of illicit sex. You know, illicit sex is hard enough to wrap your head around, and your body and your activities is around. But illicit sex, yes, there might be an appearance of some pleasure in that activity, and you might not get any quote unquote reaction immediately, you know, bad reaction immediately. But what's implanted in the mind is the desire to do it again. Entanglement, 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 entanglement. And that entanglement often leads, obviously, to lower state of consciousness, a lower state of consciousness, a lower state of consciousness, till the universal motto is, if it feels good, do it. That's where we're at in Kali Yuga society. If it feels good, do it. And then we wonder, how come there's so much suffering? You know, why is there a drought? Why are there wildfires that destroy thousands of acres? Why is there war on every continent, on every street, on every building these days? Why is this? Why is that? Why are the taxes going up? Why are people becoming more corrupt? It's because of that collective mentality of if it feels good, do it, that we're suffering. You know, in general suffering, and, you know, to whatever degree we have that, we suffer. So anyway, it just, to try to understand these things, you know, to try to understand them in the scriptural life, it's not going to automatically make one, you know, toe the line exactly, you know, as you could say, toe the line perfectly. But it's meant to make you think. It's meant to make you think. It's meant to give you a little bit more, you and me. It's meant to give us a little bit more ammunition to when the mind wants to do X, Y, Z, and we know we shouldn't do either one of those three things. And it gives us a little more ammunition to not do it. So that's what I wanted to present tonight. You know, it's not, you know, practice is there, good association is necessary, this and that. So many things are there. It's not the one and only thing, but a little more. Everything that we can gather up, every piece of information, every piece of encouragement, every piece of, you know, information about proper living that we can gather will help us to navigate a very complicated material existence and hopefully turn it into a spiritual existence. So that's just a few things on that. Like I said, we could have gone on for way more details, but perhaps there's some comments or feedbacks or corrections or questions. It's not a good sign when there's no nothing, so sorry about that.
Any question, reflection?
Yeah, I didn't get the, you know, okay. Could you just read that? Yeah, for those, this is, he doesn't give us, you know, a specific translation, but here it is. For those who are engaged in devotional service of the Supreme Personality, Godhead, all sinful reactions, whether fructified in stalk or in the form of a seed, gradually vanish. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a good translation of it, but that's giving you the gist of it. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much
Hare Krishna.
A nice class. Mataji, my question was on that, actually the first line of what Prabhupada writes there, right? So when someone takes the process of bhakti devotional service, at what stage is the karma kind of starts burning down?
That's a really good question. And it's a really specific question. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he gives one example. As they become more serious and then they take their vows of initiation, yes, it's just like if you had a bunch of, he uses the lotus leaves, and they were all stacked together. Let's say there were 50 lotus leaves stacked together. And you want to know, if you took a needle and pierced them, all of them, and you wanted to know the sequence of how the needle went through each lotus leaf, in one sense it really doesn't matter because it comes Another example that is given, or another explanation, a more detailed explanation of our relief from karma, is that it happens at the time of initiation, when one takes initiation, because we've made a vow to stop doing those activities that will bring on more karma. But if we, the person, break those vows later on, then the reaction comes again. So we have to keep ourselves situated in a proper place. And now, prarabdha karma means the karma that we have in this body now. So it doesn't mean that all my prarabdha karma will be burnt up at the time of initiation, because then you wouldn't have a body to function in. So we have karmic activities that come through even as devotees, and sometimes you have accidents and squish your hand, and sometimes this happens and sometimes that happens. And that is considered just a small token, not what you really deserve. Just like going to that example of my house burnt down. Well, actually, not only my house not only should my house have burnt down, but so my whole yard and my car and my this and my that, but only my house burnt down, because Krishna reduced what I really deserved by my activities to just a small token. So we get things happen. We have quote-unquote bad things happen. We have our difficulties, our challenges, even as devotees. It's not like life is without any difficulties, but it's much reduced, and it's called Krishna karma. It's Krishna personally using our karmic stock in a customized way to help us engage more fully in Krishna's service. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Mother.
Hare Krishna.
Who's next? Good.
Thank you, Nanda. That was
Hare
amazing,
Krishna.
but alarming.
What was that?
It's alarming, all the mustard seeds in the temples, all our karma. So my question is, do you have to burn up all that karma to go back to Godhead?
One has to become purified, right? Me personally burning up all my karma on my own, no. Then it's up to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. You know what I mean? That's the point. That's the point, that Krishna, again, karma is meant not as punishment. Karma is meant for rectification. So when one comes to the point where they're attempting to rectify their life and they take their process and their initiation vows seriously, then everything, Rupa Goswami, he gives, all the karmic reaction are reduced to this. It used to be an ocean, right, of karmic reactions, right? But then it gets reduced to the size of a hoof print that's filled up with water. And it's so easy to step over. Why? Because of the Krishna factor, not because of what the individual does or doesn't do, because of the Krishna factor, the devotional service. That's why devotional service, if you wanted to talk about the different yogic processes, there's Bhagavad Gita gives a yoga ladder of different types of yoga. He tells Arjuna, go to the forest and sit in a secluded place, and the seat shouldn't be too high and it shouldn't be too low, and you have to stare at the tip of your nose. You have to be completely free of sex desire and devoid of this and devoid of that. And Arjuna says, sorry, that's way too hard. I can't even do that. And Arjuna, he already had practiced archery so intensely that he could draw. He had wind weapons. He had arrows that could create wind weapons. He had arrows that could create rain weapons. That wasn't easy to do either, but he could do that. And he said controlling the mind like that through that process of Ashtanga yoga is more difficult to control. It's more difficult to achieve than trying to control the wind. So comparing, and then the result of Ashtanga yoga is liberation, which just means freedom from material miseries. Compared to the endeavor that we make in chanting Hare Krishna and taking prasadam and seeing the deities and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the result, and that process is so joyful, It's everlastingly and joyfully performed. And the result is eternal life serving Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. The comparison of the results of the different yogic processes, the endeavor it takes to get there, and the results that they get from those yogic processes, and the endeavor that it takes to do bhakti, and the results that we get from bhakti, they're incomparable. Hare Krishna, that was another subject that could talk about for years. Okay, and are we finished?
Any other question?
Chaitanya Charnamrita, do you have a question or?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mata.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam. Very nice class. I have a question like, even in devotee's life, right, we have to do certain things like to go to work and
Yes.
feed the family and
Yes.
other things. And at the same time, we are practicing devotional service.
Yes.
So there is karma and there is akarma. Right?
There could be.
Practicing devotional service is akarma, like making garlands for deities, dressing them. These are all akarma. And then there is a action also, like going to work and all those things. So how these both things will give what type of
It's a very
results?
good question. Thank you for thinking of it. It's a very good question because it doesn't have to be karmic. Your work doesn't have to be karmic. Because when one goes to work, what are the results of the work? Well, you might get some influence, you might get some knowledge, skills, you might get a paycheck, hopefully. You know what I mean? So you use those things in Krishna's service, and then your work is not karma.
But 100% I cannot use.
100% you don't have to use. It would be good if you did, sorry. 100% you should do, but it's okay. Whatever you can do is fine, you know? So
to the extent that I use for Krishna service for that much this thing, I will not get karmic reaction.
to be perfectly honest with you, Mata, I don't know if it goes along exactly on that line. Obviously, the more that a person is endowed with, say, some financial ability to help, and the more they can, that's good. But the point is that Krishna is very kind, and he sees that the devotees trying to use their, in work, maybe take in some prasadam, or have a picture of Krishna on your desk if that's a situation. You know what I mean? Just something there like that is always to your eternal credit. Specifically, do you want to get into specifics, Prangovinda? Yeah, thanks. He'll carry what you lack. He'll preserve what you have. He'll carry what you lack.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Oh, did he go? Okay. Ruchira, you have something?
I was just going to say that when we do actions, we think of Krishna as we do,
Uh-huh.
even if it's not Krishna conscious,
Yeah.
so-called.
Yeah.
But still, Krishna accepts that.
Yes.
You're doing this for me.
Yes, we're doing it for it. So we can, and that's why for those of us or those of you who have to, that do hold jobs, etc., that's why the process of sadhana is really, really, really important in order to keep your mind focused on your real spiritual goals. So not always easy, but recommended before work, getting up early, chanting some, focusing your mind on spiritual activities, and then going about and doing your work. It's much more conducive for you or anyone to maintain that spiritual consciousness and dedicate their life like that. So that's important too. Thanks, Ruchira. That's a good point. And did I interrupt you? Okay. So I think we're finished, are we? Okay. Thank you for your attention, and we hope that as a result of that your new year is even happier than before. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
didn't see you. It's like, I'm walking fast and Krishna first. Oh, I didn't go. A little bit. I saw your son yesterday.
Está muy alta. Eso está mejorcito. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Tinami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prasami Nirvishesha Sunjavadi Paschatya Desatari Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Tu Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bolo Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, bolo, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.